The Whiskey Throttle Show, now available on the Spot Network, an independent, standalone streaming platform live now on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Android TV, most smart TVs, and all phones and tablets. Look for future live shows and specials only available on Spot Network. Download the app today on your favorite device.
It kind of blows me away that anybody's ever made a movie ever and finished it. Because it's so crazy when you watch the whole thing. You're like, how do they even get this done?
Yeah.
And so that downtime is by far the worst part, but it's just part of it.
It's part of the deal. Yeah. I remember from that, because you, Rich Taylor, myself, were kind of the three main guys. Mm-hmm. And then Tyler Evans played himself, obviously. And we shot at Peru, a couple different places. And I remember looking at the footage, because, you know, they have like booms and really nice cameras and all this stuff. And I remember looking at the footage after. Do you remember at Peru there was something where Rich and I, maybe he took me out or something?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, totally remember.
But I remember watching the footage going, wow, like this is rad. I've never, you know, I'm thinking of like Moto XXX kind of filming. Yeah. This is like a whole other level.
Yeah.
The professional, I'm like, this is going to be badass. Like this is going to be like the good motorcycle movie that we've all been waiting for.
Until it gets to the editors.
That was it, dude. Yeah. And then what we saw edited, like the tight shots up on the goggles, and you're looking at his eyes, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, it's two-stroke sounds, four-stroke sounds.
Well, even like to throw it back to Charlie's Angels. So when we finished that that sequence, Mick Rogers played a rough cut of the sequence that he'd put together without any effects, without any insert shots of, you know, goggles, and it was a legit amazing sequence. And then you let these editors have it, and then they go on stage and they get the tight shots of the, you know, eyeballs and the goggles, and it's like, no, we've already sold it. They believe it's that person. There's no reason to do that, and then they destroy it. You know, they destroy it.
I couldn't believe how much they could muck up great footage.
Yeah,
and I was so disappointed when I saw that movie.
Yeah,
you know, and I look back, like there was good actors in that.
Yeah,
Sophia Bush.
Yeah,
Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name from Revenge of the Nerds? Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
I mean, those are legit actors.
Right.
Like,
no, legit. It's just they don't know how to.
Someone from the moto industry on a moto movie would need to be there to walk them through.
Yeah, you need a technical advisor. And you know, the thing is, we end up being technical advisors a lot. On every motorcycle thing, we're always going, no, you kind of... In the end,
you see what strap up.
In the end, you see what they need to do and what they need to accomplish, and you almost give up. You almost got, you just got to let it be, because there's no way. It's just got to be this bad.
Well, you'd have to sit next to him the entire time they were editing it and go, no, don't put that, because the camera would like be all shaky on the guy's eyes. I'm like, what are you doing?
It needs to start at the beginning, right? You need a technical advisor to say what kind of bikes you're going to ride.
Yeah.
And then, you know, on through the whole thing, because it starts at the very beginning. They'll pick the wrong bike. You know, for instance, we did Jumanji, and the first Jumanji has and they let the art department pick the motorcycle. So we need dirt bikes, right? So what do? They go get a Cycle World magazine. What's the only dirt bike in a Cycle World magazine? A DRZ 400. So now we're jumping DRZ 400s off of freestyle ramps 50 feet down these hills. And it's not cool.
No bueno.
It's not good.
Yeah.
And you've got machine guns strapped to you know what I mean? Like all this gack on it. So that's where it starts. It starts at the beginning, where you're like, we get it done and it's cool and it's all good. But if you could just get in there at the very start and go, oh, no, guys, let's use, a 501 Husky.
Yeah.
Like, it's a dirt bike. It's a proper dirt bike. It has a
KTM
headlight. You need a headlight.
500 EXT.
We use any of those, and we're going to be far better off. We can still make them dark green and whatever, but it just starts there, and then it just dominoes.
I don't understand why, like, let's say Days of Thunder, right? Great movie, I think. I love that movie.
Right.
If you were a NASCAR guy and you're watching this, you're rolling your eyes so hard,
1,000%.
You're passing out.
Yeah.
But it still was a good movie. Mm-hmm. Why can't we do that with a motorcycle movie? Like, it could still be a little corny. You're not going to, finish in reverse.
I think the movie has to be about something with motocross a part of it. because you need all the emotions of a movie to captivate America, right? Everybody drives a car, so to understand going that fast and smashing a car, like everybody can feel that and but not everybody's ridden a dirt bike. So you see something on that we ride and they rail a berm or something, like, man, that's so beautiful, and you know how hard that took to do that, and like we can appreciate that. So I think with Moto, we need to have a movie that involves Moto so that you can show the fine riding, but it can't be all about Moto because I just don't think people get it, and I don't think people are going to throw the money at it.
It depends. I think you could do a story, the story of, I don't know, like a Roger DeCoster type of story or a James Stewart type, where you like get into like something special that happened, something specific, and you could tell the story of like something. I think you could do it. It would just take somebody to do it. And I think there is a script out there that has something to do with James that's floated around for a long time.
It was going to be made. Apparently, it was going to start. The one I think, not to get off tangent here and everything, but the story that I want to tell is the story of Ponca with Rick Hemme, Bruce Bunch, and Kyle Fleming, because I think that has enough emotion with family and showing like almost like a Stand By Me, where you have a narration of someone like I even reached out to Larry Brooks to talk about it one time. Like maybe his character narrates coming up to that summer and showing the families and the work, and then you show them ride the bikes. Now doing something like that would be a lot because it would be it's a time period. So then you got to have all the timing and all the costumes and everything. But I think that story, like although it's tragic and it's and it grabs at your heartstrings, told in the right way, could captivate the world. You could pull in, you'd have that kind of story. Like I understand the same thing about the Roger DeCoster story or the James story. You have to have that drama that will pull people in. You know what I mean? Like
I still think it could be something simple. Like if you look at Top Gun and Days of Thunder, I think they're the same movie.
Exactly. It's got the
cocky
elements,
guy has a bad thing, gets kind of scared, overcomes it, beats
has
his
the love interest.
Yeah, there's a love interest. It's the same damn story, right?
Yeah.
You could do it in Moto with the right actors and decent editing.
Let's write it.
That's your world, man.
Start writing.
You tell me.
You write it.
Me write it.
You're the one who has the command of the English language.
I'll do that in my spare time.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Whiskey Throttle Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell to get alerts for all the latest content. Follow us on Twitter at W_Throttle_Show and on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at Whiskey Throttle Show.